In Mount Holly, the mayor has declared a state of emergency. The storms also ripped through several neighborhoods in Gastonia. WCNC reporter Frances Coe took our mobile newsroom there to survey the damage and talk to neighbors. She joins us now with what she found. Hi there, Frances.
Hi, Bobby. This is just one object we found scattered throughout the neighborhood. This is part of a street lamp that fell on one front yard. Now, this is just part of what's left after a tornado blew through here in just a few minutes.
80,000 pounds sitting here.
An oak tree couldn't carry its weight, toppled on this front yard, but luckily not through the home.
Unfortunately, it hit at an angle.
The sounds of cleanup, better than the sounds from the night before.
It was roaring and the whole house was shaking.
A 2 a.m. wake-up call sent Marshall Wallace and his family running for cover.
Pressure in the house felt like it was real thick and going to implode on us.
Wallace was lucky, only some minor roof damage to his home.
It's horrible. I mean, it's unimaginable what we went through.
But just a few doors down, Lisa Hicks' Cadillac took a beating, and in some ways, so did Lisa.
Going through something like this is horrible, especially when you got younger children.
Meantime, next-door neighbor Corey Grant is dealing with ripped shingles from his roof and a broken heart.
My 11-year-old boxer, her name's China, and I'm afraid this time she probably won't make it back.
And unfortunately, we haven't heard anything about China's fate at this hour. Right now, that tree we were talking about earlier, it's still out here. Of course, big task to try to clear this tree. They have to do it bit by bit, and it will probably take several days for them to do that. And right now, the good news is that power is being slowly restored in this neighborhood. Most of the residents here have been without power for most of the day, but right now, residents do tell me that they are getting electricity back. Reporting live from our mobile newsroom in Gastonia, Frances Coe, Carolina's News Connection.
Hours after a tornado touches down in Gaston County, a live picture of the damage left behind in one neighborhood. Tonight, many are thankful it wasn't worse.
I guess the Lord was with us today. That's for sure. Thank God. It's just minimum damage. Could have been a lot worse. We could have lost all our lives.
Good evening, I'm Sonia Gann.
And I'm Dave Wagner. Take a look at some of the destruction here live now from Aerostar. You see that? Buildings with their roofs ripped off, all kinds of debris all over the place. 8 confirmed touchdowns occurred across the state overnight. Our team of reporters is covering the path of destruction from Belmont and Gastonia and on to Greensboro, where one person was killed. We begin with WCNC's Melissa Martin at another business park in Gastonia, live now with the damage business owners are facing.
And Dave, right now you can see people are hauling out what's left just as fast as they can. Not only is this building here beside me a total loss, but you can see the tornado ripped out parts of this roof. And the concern is if it starts to rain, what is left could cave in.
It's hard to believe that a tornado can create that much damage, but it's just literally blown us away.
John Lowry shocked to see his consulting business destroyed. This window was once a wall.
You can actually see the sky up through the attic, where the attic door used to be.
This makeshift skylight was a ceiling.
The door that used to be on these hinges here was sucked through the hallway and into that room there. It was just amazing.
Winds at least 100 miles an hour, striking in the middle of the night, not the workday, when this hair salon would have been full.
Just thankful that we wasn't here and nobody was hurt.
But 2 buildings are damaged, this one destroyed and condemned by the city.
They tell us the ceilings will fall because there's no protection. So we either get it out today or it's gone.
And find a way to start over.
We'll pick up the pieces, we'll be fine.
And a total of 14 businesses here in the Union Commons complex are either damaged or destroyed. Also, a pickup truck. The tornado actually lifted it out of this parking lot and tossed it all the way on the other side of our camera in some trees in the Greenway. Reporting live from the WCNC mobile newsroom in Gaston County, I'm Melissa Martin.
Well, the tornado also gave one neighborhood in Gastonia quite a beating. In this neighborhood on Pinewood Road, High winds tore through this massive oak tree. Torn from its roots, it barely missed a home. Power lines toppled to the ground. Neighbors were left without electricity for most of the day. Shingles were blown off rooftops and scattered debris shattered car windows. There were no injuries, though.
Howling winds also cut a path of destruction in nearby Belmont. That's where an industrial park off Woodlawn Avenue in Jade Circle suffered some serious damage. That's where we find Mario Roldan in our mobile newsroom tonight, live at 6. Mario?
I'm standing on the top of a roof, but this roof is on the ground. Insulation, uprooted trees, and then we have this.
Skylights I didn't order. And that window ain't supposed to be there either.
He's talking about a cinder block wall. Gone. So is the shop's garage door.
Just think about the pressure on this building when that happened.
At a nearby industrial park.
It is amazing to see.
A police car about 2 football fields worth of roof is now missing from 2 separate warehouses.
It's scary. I can't wait to find out what the first winds were.
Tornado winds of more than 100 miles per hour.
You know, they say it sounds like a train, but it didn't sound like a train. It sounded like a car running into the house.
But it was a tree. A branch lodged into the living room.
I look around and I just see a lot of damage, you know.
With power lines down, North Belmont Elementary closed.
There's a dent in the side of the house.
Tree branches buried this truck.
And on this house, there's a tree falling on it.
And again, no injuries to report. Hard to believe when you look at all this damage. Police are on site to keep onlookers away. Reporting live with the WCNC mobile newsroom in Belmont, I'm Mario Roldan.
Tornado warning came minutes after the storm, and some of those dealing with the aftermath, they want to know why tonight. WCNC's Michelle Bowden joins us live from our mobile newsroom in Gastonia with what she found out. Michelle?
Well, this is where the tornado actually touched down first. It ripped this giant tree out of the ground. This car, it literally picked up off the ground, but it was another 15 minutes before the National Weather Service first issued that tornado warning.
Don't pull his heck.
It came without warning, literally.
The tornado came down through here.
Just after 2 o'clock in the morning.
I slept through the whole thing.
While it hopscotched over his house, picked up a car in his yard, and smashed trees around outside.
We didn't even know about it, so it completely caught us off guard.
Even his neighbor, who was up watching TV until late.
I watched the weather and they calling for a tornado watch, so I don't think nothing of it, just for a watch.
The National Weather Service didn't issue a warning until 2:25, even though their own communications show they spotted it on radar at 2:23 and had reports of damage from local officials a full 15 minutes before the warning at 2:10.
Kind of wonder why it couldn't have been done earlier.
So it was actually 8:30 tonight when the National Weather Service confirmed that when the tornado struck, there was no warning issued. Now, we tried all day to get in touch with someone from the National Weather Service, and they never returned our calls. Reporting live now from our WCNC mobile newsroom in Gastonia, I'm Michelle Bowden. Now,
Colecciónalos.